if we deviate from a natural fitra, right? At what point can we say that we have gone back to it after deviating? Because we are wrong in so many ways and we lack a lot of knowledge. I think that's the question.
It's a great question. You know, we never know, by the way. We'll never know. I mean, at the end of the day, Allah knows. But your intention should be there. Your intention is very important. In Islam, intention is niyyah. It's so important. And everything we do, we need to have intention. And what is our intention? To come closer to Allah, to serve Allah, to worship Allah, and only Him, and nobody else than Him, no other thing than Him. So having that intention is one aspect. And then there is a lot of ways that you can come closer. The spiritual practices are very important. The dhikr, you know, to always try to be in a state of dhikr, which is not always easy because we have so many things that could make us go astray during the day. I'm giving this nasiyah to myself because I'm not a great role model, honestly. I need more balance in life. I'm not that balanced. You know, I can see here, that's why I feel sometimes like it's better to just listen to others, because when I say something, it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Practice what you preach is something that we all struggle with. I don't know about you, Sister Maria, mashallah. Yeah, but for me, you know, like I'm speaking about education, but how am I educating people in my, you know, circles? Now, that intention needs to be there. I think that's important. To be aware of your shortcomings, you know, to honestly always do your tawbah on a daily basis. I mean, because we can do mistakes every day, you know. To make dua for others and for yourself in your journey towards Allah. To not have any hate in your heart, because hate is a feeling that deviates us. Hasad, envy. And in the traditional akhlaq manuscripts and Islamic ethics, when people were working with tahdib al-akhlaq, which is refinement of character, they try to work with taking away those type of vices in our character that takes us astray, like hate, like untamed anger, like envy, like jealousy, all these things, right? And instead work to get the virtues character. So for instance, envy, the opposite could be, for instance, compassion or, you know, cheerfulness. And I guess that's what we need to do all the time, because when we come to this state of not having any animosity in ourselves, and of course we should, in a sense, do have some disgust towards things that are not applicable to our Islamic paradigm, but perhaps it's the way you handle it or tackle it, that you don't let that shape your whole worldview, so that your whole worldview is fueled by that. That's the thing that is bad. But in a balanced way, we should think some things are not good, right? Mm-hmm. But when you feel that compassion in your heart, which is, you know, derived from Allah's compassion, right? Then you can be very much connected to some aspect of fitrah. But also look at nature. Today, the urbanized person, we're all urbanized in a sense, right? Many of us live in urban cities. I don't know about you guys. I live in Malmo. It's an urban city here. Sister Amina, you're from Lums, mashallah. So she is from Sweden, so she knows how it is here. Sister Maryam, you live in London. It's very urbanized. I'm sure you're not living in the rural parts, out in the outskirts of London, right? I'm sure you live in East London, or, you know, where all the Muslims are. I don't know.
I live in East London. What is this?
I know. You know, like I have even Batuta. I travel all over the world digitally. So I know. Alhamdulillah. So the thing is that in the urban mind state, we're disconnected to nature. Humans historically lived close to the cattle, close to earth, close to trees, close to forests. And if you're in a city where there's only bricks everywhere, how are you supposed to connect to that fitr? So I actually encourage brothers and sisters, and a lot of my clients, I tell them, go out to the forest, feel alive, because there you can really see the majesty of Allah's creation. And a lot of Allah's divine names and attributes is represented in the nature.
Yeah.
And then you can try to internalize that into yourself. All right. So it's a constant struggle. But yes, we can taste some of it. But if you fully want to taste it, Allahu A'lam. Maybe some people that are on high spiritual, you know, station, you know, those that are, you know, on much higher stations than what I am. I'm just a seeker of knowledge in the beginning of my spiritual wayfaring. Maybe they tasted fully. but we can at least strive to be as connected to our fitra as possible, inshallah. And then you need to be in right spaces as well. It's not only individually ibadah, also to find the right spaces of suhbah. So for instance, I need to give shout out to Sister Amina and some other brothers and sisters. They're establishing a student association for Muslims in Lund University, which is one of the great universities in Sweden. They're creating suhbah. And every day I see their chats in the WhatsApp. They're writing so many beautiful things. And they're a little bit younger than me. Alhamdulillah, I'm young still, but I really admire youths and young Muslims that are so engaged, And age is nothing but a number, by the way. That's the beauty of the suhbah of the Sahaba. You had young Sahabis, old Sahabis, they were all interconnected. So age is a social construction from West. Of course, with age comes with perhaps experience and perhaps in a certain thing, maturity, but young people can be, and I'm young as well. I'm young in my heart. So this suhbah is needed. And ISIP, the International Students of Islamic Psychology, that's our focal point. If we're going to work with healing, we need to create space for that healing. All right? So that Allah's healing will come down, because Allah is Shafi. And the same goes with your organization, Mika. MashaAllah, you guys have now a lot of sisters and brothers here. So this is also a way for us to reconnect to fitra. All right? Alhamdulillah, inshallah. This was efficient.